This is the Fuck Fentanyl guy letting you know if you or a loved one is injured in a motorcycle accident, then call 1-800 Lawtigers for a free case evaluation. We are available 24/7. That's 1-800 Lawtigers with over $1.5 billion recovered in verdicts and settlements. Nobody got your back more than Lawtigers. This episode is brought to you by SD Sober Living. If you or someone you know needs a safe, supportive recovery home, then reach out to SD Sober Living at www.sdsoberliving.org or call 619-334-9869. That's 619-334-9869. Come get some fuck fentanyl and some San Diego recovery at SD Sober Living.
Hell yeah.
Magazines look so good, like a box of fresh cookies. What the hell happened to me? So I took a drive to a rich and wealthy country, saw everything I wanted and everything I need. Went right up and I tried to join the party. I've seen the look when they saw me. Fucked up eyes, stupid grin, perfect people won't let me in. Who's who list? Where's my name? They won't let me join their games. I bet you think that I'm insane. There's no one left for me to blame. Yeah, screw the perfect people. Fuck, they all look the same.
Fuck yeah. Perfect People by Pennywise. Woo! I'm Luis Romero. I'm the Fuck Fentanyl guy, and this is the Fuck Fentanyl podcast.
Yes.
Today, I got a really good one right here, man. I got my homeboy, Chad.
Yes, yes.
Woo!
How's it go? Chad H, to be more formal.
Chad H. Chadster.
Hi, everyone. Chad Hanson. Chadster.
Yeah. How you doing, dude?
All of a sudden, I got nervous. I'm just kidding.
Oh, shit.
I'm just kidding.
Nah, you
Yeah.
got this, dude.
Yeah. Thanks, dude. Thank you for having me, Luis. Thank you
Absolutely, dude. I fucking love you, dude. I've been waiting for this one for a while. This one I've been waiting for a while.
Man.
When I heard you were back in treatment and stuff, and you're getting better, and I was like, oh man, if he does good, I'm having him on here. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck how much time he has. I want you on here, and I just want to see you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you like you obviously had a relapse and you were out. And,
Yeah.
And I'd see your physical body.
Yeah.
But, it was just like half of you maybe inside of there, and, trapped.
Stuck. Yeah, it was just, that was my first relapse. That was my first relapse because that was my first time ever trying to get clean.
Here, you want to get a little bit closer?
Sure. That was my first time ever trying to get clean.
Yeah.
So what a hell of a ride that was.
Yeah, dude. No, fuck yeah. I feel that, dude. And let's see, man. Fuck.
I can laugh about it now.
Yeah, you can. Good.
I better.
Yeah, I mean,
But yeah.
It happens.
Yeah.
It happens, man.
Mm-hmm.
And, because, you had some time. You had,
A couple months shy of 5 years.
Yeah, you were almost at 5 years.
Yeah. Real strong recovery. But I character relapsed probably like a year before I relapsed.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. I started clipping, adding extra bills onto clients.
Oh, really?
That they were unaware of, and no one, it didn't harm anybody, but there's the disease right there. Lying.
Right. Yes.
Lying, lying.
Yeah,
I love it.
Sneaking its way in there.
There you are.
Oh, fuck.
Peekaboo. No.
Dude, and well, let's go from the beginning.
Let's go from the beginning.
Yeah,
I love that.
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
that. Like the beginning,
The beginning. From when you were born, sir.
Yes, so I was born in the city of Oceanside. No,
Wow.
I grew up over in Oceanside.
Yeah.
In Oceanside, USA. No,
Oceanside, USA.
I grew up over in Posole, over in the
Okay.
east side of Oceanside.
Yeah.
I'm 45 right now.
Yeah.
I grew up in God. I don't like the way it sounds when I say it, but like I got to speak the truth. Like I grew up from day one in a methamphetamine house.
Okay.
Like it was that's what was going on.
Yeah.
So that's all I ever knew.
Right.
I didn't really use methamphetamine until I was a late bloomer. I was like 11. No, I was kidding.
Wow, it took him a while.
It was a long road. And no, I put a lot of thought into it. No, but no thought needed back then. It was just God, I disliked what was going on because it was just the chaos. I grew up in chaos.
Yeah.
Whether it was quiet chaos, not having enough money chaos, whether it was the electricity going on off chaos, the homeboys from the neighborhood helping us out with the bills.
Yeah.
And we would trade clothes because they didn't fit no more.
Right.
We were wearing wearing cut off dickies before even dickie shorts were invented. So,
Yeah, right.
So
Innovators.
yeah, when they were $7. But So in my household was me, my mom, my dad, my sister, my aunt, and to be honest with you, and my older brother. God, he didn't catch the bug. We were all using drugs, and so is he, but he didn't catch the actual disease of addiction.
Oh, really?
That's how I know that it's real,
Right.
because he's successful in
Right.
Northern California right now.
Yeah.
With a family,
Right.
company, everything,
Good life.
So growing up, my best friend was my sister.
Yeah.
She was a couple years older than me.
Yeah.
I don't want to stay too stuck in the mess.
Right, of course.
I'm just gonna gracefully go right through this, but just a quick makeup of myself. My sister overdosed on me when I was 15, and she was 17.
Wow.
And it was off of cocaine that we had gotten from my uncle. He's passed away now too. But it was all fun and games back then. It was nothing harmful. I mean, the early 90s. It was everyone was getting high. Everyone where I was getting high.
Yeah. I get you though.
But long story short, she passed away. My dad passed away the following year in a drug-related high-speed chase with the cops.
Oh, fuck.
So my house became very dark back then. Looking back, it became very dark. In the moment back then, it was just terrible. I never wanted to be home anymore. Mm-hmm. My mom was always in a bad mood. My two heroes were dead. Mm-hmm. My little brother was born. I'm 11 years older than him. He was born, and by that time, when I was 20. Well, I went away to prison when I was 18.
Okay.
A drug deal gone bad? No. This guy owed my uncle.
Yeah.
For a quarter ounce of meth.
Yeah.
Of lemon drop, and
shit.
And he was older than me, right?
Right.
And back then we didn't have any cell phones, so everything we communicated through
Pagers.
Pagers,
Yeah.
text codes, and all
Right,
sort of
right,
shit.
all that shit.
But long story short, so look. I'm just going to rewind one moment. So my child, we didn't have a lot of food in my house. And for some reason, right now what's coming up is just this memory of having to shoplift my food, shoplift candy, and things that other kids had that I didn't have,
right.
When the deaths happened in my family, it I don't know, man, it just did something to me. Looking back, it looks like I seeked for outside love, maybe. Yeah. I don't know. The homeboys. I had the homeboys.
Right.
So,
absolutely.
So I was one of the homeboys. You know?
Gotcha.
I went away for when that happened, Kay, I had just had my daughter with a woman, with this girl named. Well, I'll leave names out of it.
Okay, yeah, no problem.
But yeah, and I had just taught her how to walk, and the mom really wasn't working at all. I was working in construction, and I was selling meth.
Yeah.
And so when this happened, and it was paying for the apartment, a 2-bedroom apartment back then. It was $630 in Oceanside, $630 for a good spot. Crazy,
God,
huh?
yeah.
A long time ago.
Not like that now.
I mean, that's how much it costs just a park ticket to walk in here. It's getting bad. Yeah, that's a month's worth of gas. But yeah. So, I shot this guy.
Yeah.
I shot this guy. It premeditated. I didn't know that it was really gonna fucking go there. To be honest with you.
No, it just happened.
When I met up with him, he didn't know that he was meeting up with me, but I knew that I was meeting up with him.
Gotcha.
And this is off of Tamarack over in Carlsbad.
Oh, I know this area.
By the freeway.
Yeah.
And it was a Thrifty's back then. Now it's a Rite Aid or who knows, CVS, one of those fucking companies. But long story short, and this is a huge pivotal moment in my life because like the path that happened after this was crazy, the trajectory on it. I walked up. I had all these things that I was going to tell him. I was going to shoot him in his kneecap. It was, like in the movies.
Right, for sure.
And I walked up, and I was so spun out from like doing a shot of meth that my hand went too high, and I shot him in the face. So, but it was with 22. Okay. And so I went away for some time right there. I went away. I think it was my sentence was 5 years, 5 months with 85%.
Oh, I see.
He didn't tell on me. I signed a plea bargain.
I see.
I go away.
Okay.
I do
first time
ever.
Yeah.
Well, I'd gone to like juvenile hall, Rancho del Campo.
Yeah.
The normal youth,
the juvenile system.
Juvenile system
did all that shit. So now you're in the big house.
Now I'm in the big house.
Right.
18 years old, and I was a knucklehead in there. I think it was just what I was already used to chaos. I was already used to like the homeboys. I was already, it wasn't nothing super foreign to me, but now I'm an adult, and now here we go, So
right.
So fast forward to when I got out.
Yeah.
And I got out. I was on parole, and I'll just give you a quick makeup of those 10 years following that. Sure. Okay, so from 22, 23 to 33. Okay, what that looked like was me getting out, hooking up with a girl.
Okay.
Running around with them, being on such a tight leash with parole because of like gang association.
Yeah.
All this and that.
Right.
My violations were so petty. They consisted of me hanging out with the homeboys.
Yep. I remember that shit.
It was bad, me having a piss test that was like dirty. They would put me away for one dirty piss test back then. Probably because I wouldn't show back up again. And
they knew you were gone.
Extremely untruthful with my parole agent,
Right.
At around 28, I met this girl named. I didn't meet her, but we got back together. Me and this girl named Tatiana. Okay, and I thought, okay, here we go. I'm gonna. So my idea of freedom back then consisted of like the California sober thing.
Oh yeah.
Like I'm gonna get stoned.
Yeah. I'm
gonna drink. I'm not gonna use the hard stuff because it gets me back in prison. Parole didn't trip on alcohol and weed.
They don't. Yeah. They don't.
So I would attempt that, right? And that would last probably like an honest 36 hours. Let's keep it real,
Yeah.
Like
the one day they're like, fuck this.
Months and months and months in a fucking desert prison. My parole plans were to do the California sober thing, and it would last 36 hours.
Yeah.
You know, I go into the parole office like, yeah, hey, everything's good now. Yeah, you're gonna have the best file, the best parolee here. Your caseload's gonna be very easy with me. You know, and it would be the exact opposite. You know, my apologies.
Oh, he's on one again.
Sorry, not sorry. You know, but everything happens for a reason.
Right.
So then I did a couple prison terms right there.
Right.
She hung with me.
Oh wow, this girl.
For some reason I'm a real alpha kind of person. Like I do so much time for other people's for
Other people's
that
stuff.
I want to go to. If I do go away, this is my logic back then.
Yeah.
If I did get arrested, I wanted it to be because it was my fault.
Yeah, I see. Sure. Yeah.
Because I was driving like an idiot. Because I got caught. Because you know, but it was always like whether it would be, you know, my excuses back then would be, God, I knew I shouldn't have taken the fucking I-5 freeway. I should have taken the 805.
Oh no, right?
Or like, yeah,
clear shot.
Why did I break my rules of like going into this hotel at 2 a.m?
Yeah,
you know?
It's the hotel. Totally.
Tatiana got pregnant back then, and we were very, very much in love. We were together when we were kids. So, so fast forward all this time now. Now we're
it built up
adults. This extreme attraction.
Yeah.
You know. Now the quick makeup of the kind of friend I was back then to people. Let's see, truth and honesty. A very loyal homeboy.
Okay.
A very loyal homeboy.
Yeah.
Down for his homies.
Yeah.
A full participant in the associations that I was in.
Sure.
You were either on our side or you were in our way.
Oh,
you know,
yes, I
one of
get
those
that.
things. You know. Color. I really didn't give a shit what color, what religion, and nothing mattered. All that mattered to me was your word. If you were a good dude, a good person, and your money was right, hey, you know, this is going to go real well, you know?
Exactly. I got you.
Exactly, you know? And so let's see. All of the, I'm trying to remove pride and ego from the way that I talk. I'm real good at it, you know?
Yeah.
So I would go back to prison.
Yeah.
And I would miss my chick, and I would get out, and then I'd fucking hear about the shit that she would have to be doing while I was away.
Of course.
And I'd get back out and like full acceptance, whatever, you know.
Yeah.
I'd fucking get out, like, dude, this is my interpretation of love. I'd fucking get out. She'd pick me up from, like, let's say the LA Grand Central Station.
Yeah.
With a bottle of Jack Daniels.
Whoa.
And I'd say, hey, babe, look, just tell me everything that I need to fucking know, so I don't have to hear it from someone else. And you're totally forgiven.
Oh wow. Wow.
What a good dude.
What a nice
God
guy.
damn, what a keeper. You know, I'm a keeper, you know?
Yeah.
I'm a keeper.
Yeah, dude.
That is being super cool.
Super, yes.
You know? And
Wow.
But the drugs, you know, she was a sweetheart.
Right.
You know, she'd tell me this, tell me that. I wouldn't go searching and seeking out information.
No, yeah.
I wouldn't kick down doors trying to find out what she'd done behind my back.
Right.
What it is was what it was. You know, like you
Right.
fucking told me this and this happened. You're totally forgiven. Now what kind of a boyfriend was I? So I was a drug dealer. You know?
course.
I think that I would use the. So this is me being the best person that I knew how to be back then.
Back then, yeah.
Okay, I was the person that, like, okay, she can get away with all these things while I'm away. You know.
Yes.
When I get out, if you know, God, with her though, I was super loyal, man. I was until the end.
Until the very end.
Until the end, you know. Yeah, I cheated. You know,
on her.
I cheated because she cheated, and whatever the reasons, are,
Right,
you know,
right.
I still, my side of the street, I wasn't that good of a guy. So all this is just a recipe for disaster. You know what I'm saying? We can love each other all we want, but like the drugs fuck things up. So the moral of my story, right, is that drugs fuck everything up. You know, but I didn't really know that back then yet. I was in complete denial. I thought, okay, you know what? If I just sold drugs without using them,
Right.
like how you're supposed to do it.
Right.
Like how nobody really does.
Nobody really does.
You know, let's keep it real. You know? Stop lying.
Don't
you know?
get high off your own supply.
Don't get high off your own supply. You know, if I can just do that, then I won't go back. I'll never get fucking caught. And so I tried every which way, Luis. I got to be honest, every which way.
Yeah.
I did the hands-off thing, no fingerprints. I'd have it. I'd pay extra to have it crossed and sold, and this and that. And mind you, it worked for a second. My own condo.
Ooh,
you know, it was 2006 back then. We had a 2006 Toyota Tacoma.
Oh shit!
I'll never get a car off the lot again. I'll tell you what. Oh my god. Yeah. Thank God that fell off. Yeah. The old credit report, you know. But yeah, so all these things, right? That was my interpretation of it, and shit. Still, in the end, things would go wrong. I got set up one time by a girl that I knew for 15 years. Mm-hmm. She did a controlled buy on me, with the cops, you know. And so my whole life, as you can tell, you know, up until the moment I got clean in 2018, was consisted of trying to make drugs fit into my life. Yeah. You know, there has to be a way. If I just stopped doing this and like only did this, then this would work. Okay, that didn't work. Okay, if I just, you know, did this and I didn't do that, maybe it would work. You know, it would never fucking work. So by the time in 2018, okay, I got so in 2015 they changed a law. It was like Proposition 50 something, where it made possession and a petty theft a misdemeanor.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
So I was in the middle. I was like, oh my god, I was in the middle of like doing a couple years in, where was I at? Centinela, right? Shout out to my boy Kevin Birch. That was fun in the cell. Yeah, shout out. He's out doing good now, you know. Nice. But yeah, dude. So I got out, right, and I got out a year early because of that proposition.
Oh fuck yes!
Thank you, all you voters.
Thank you, voters.
You know,
I know I got off probation because of that shit.
Yeah. So I got out on like literally being pretty much off paper.
Fuck yeah!
The first time in my life. I was like, oh my god! So I ran with it. You know, I still had no solution in my life. I was still this solutionless drug addict.
Yeah.
No, you know, I had to make it work somehow. Now that, because my excuses always was that, well, I'm on such a tight leash with parole, I can never make it. So why even try?
Yeah.
I'm always going to be G'd up like a gangster, doing this, doing that. You know?
Always in the system.
Always in the system. So now, hey, guess what? The biggest part of my whole excuse was removed from the equation. Now I'm no longer on fucking paper. I'm finally free. What do I do? Right. So now I don't want to leave my daughter out of this, okay? Because she's a very huge part of my life. I love her to death. She's 27 right now. Now, mind you, I didn't have her in my life till she was like 13, 14, right? Wow. Her mom kicked her out. She ran away. She was in a bad situation with her mom, and she came down to San Diego, and she basically became a part of my life. So here I am. Back then, I mean, gangstered up, dude. Yeah. A solid homeboy, you know, fucking now all of a sudden that little girl that I taught how to walk before I went to prison for a long time is now back in my life as this young teenage woman. What do I do?
Oh, fuck.
Like,
dude,
like, how do I do this? Like, she's my whole world. Like, I remember I would go years and years of like getting a hold of her, and she'd say, "Fuck you, you're not my dad." Da, da, da. All these things because of things that her mom would put in her head. If you've noticed, I haven't said anything bad about her mom. Yeah. Because to each their own. You know, all that is important to me is that my daughter has a dad. You know. Yeah. I don't want to, even on Mother's Day, mind you, her mom told on me for the shooting back when I was 18. Right. Fuck. So, and then she like tried to warp it into like this, like I was this abusive guy, you know. Yeah. All of my exes can tell you I am not a physically abusive guy. Give me a break, you know. Anyways.
Okay. She had a narrative.
You know. Long story short, though, now she's back in my life. What do I do? So I had to have like the homegirls help me raise her. Like,
oh really?
Like, what do I do with this situation? How do I handle this? You know, like, how do I? You know, but like I was in such an unstable part of my life at all times that nothing was ever stable. It was fucked up. Yeah. I'd go away to prison. She'd be in some group home, and they would let her come to court to give me a hug goodbye in the judge's chambers. And it happened a couple times, and it's like, fuck. Wow. The cycle has to end. So 2018, here we go. Here we go. The only meeting that I had ever been in before 2018 of Narcotics Anonymous was in 2004. I went to God's Garage with Tommy H. Right. I had like 30 days clean, and I still didn't think that it worked for me. I thought, okay, I'm just gonna drink. Yeah. So I would go to meetings, drinking, thinking that like I'm terminally unique. I'm not like everyone else. Great for you guys. You know, you guys got 10 years, 3 years, 90 days. Good job. You know, good job. It won't work for me. You know, so. Now, fast forward 20 years to 2000, or 16 or 14 years to 2018. My whole run came to an end.
Screeching halt.
And now, for the first time in my life, the courts were nice to people in the court. Like, they would give people chances. Because I've had a strike for a long time, and my jacket looks really vicious and dangerous. Yeah. And so of course, they never would offer me a program. I'd be handcuffed to someone in the courtroom that would be getting a program for something twice as bad as what I was in there for, and they never give me help. I'm not now. I'm not trying to have a pity party, mind you. I earned every single prison term I've ever done. Yeah, you know, but I still have a drug problem. I need help. You know, I need help. I don't know how to stop. You know, I asked the courts one time, "Hey, can you please guys just give me a shot? Like, I need help. I don't know how to do it myself. I need help." It's never. I get worse whenever I come out. It's like whenever I go in, it's like fucked up. And nope. So now they finally let me go to a rehab, and I took full advantage of it.
No shit.
The Salvation Army. Okay.
Yes.
Everybody kept on going, man, they're so strict, you know, but I had no one else to compare it to.
You've never done it.
Never done a program. So I was like, man, this is nothing. They're like, shit, like, I could be in jail, you know. Now that I've been to the Freedom Ranch, shout out to the Freedom Ranch. You know, yes, the Salvation Army is pretty strict.
Because they're faith based and they don't really They could really just do their own thing.
Yeah, for reals. Yeah. You know.
So, fuck, dude. So you went to Sally. How long were you there for?
I was there for the whole time. It was 6 months.
Yeah.
When I left there, and mind you, in those 6 months, I was I had a sponsor. I was going to meetings, but I was people pleasing my sponsor. I was people pleasing people around me, my counselors, my this, my that, the staff. To leave me the fuck alone. I will tell you whatever I believe that you want to hear. To leave me the fuck alone. You know. Yeah. I have a very, you know, with authority figures, with this or that or rule. I like no one trying to have control over my life, and that's how I received it as back then. Yeah. But I'm a firm believer that there's no wrong way to do the steps. Mind you, I did the steps to people please my sponsor.
Yeah, it's just okay. They'll be happy if I do it.
Exactly. And even that, I got the promises, you know? So I'm a firm believer that like the only wrong way to do the steps is to not do them at all. You know? I did them, and I put in enough effort to start seeing it make a change in my life. Seeing what all my defects of character were, my God, like there were so many. My whole life is just one big defect, you know. And like my justifying, my rationalization, everything was just so. It was never pointing back at me. I was always pointing out at the world, you know.
Right,
you know the old saying: you point one finger there, and there's three pointing back at you. You know? Like my defects of character were my whole life. So now what do I do? You know, they say that they'll show you a new way to live, you know? And so that's what happened. You know, mind you, I didn't get into an actual relationship, like boyfriend, girlfriend, you know, for a year.
Oh, okay, you did that.
I spent the year before, like I went through a long period of like believing I was doing the right thing by just hooking up with chicks. That's
harmful.
I was a newcomer back then. Here we go with the justification. No, but you know what I'm saying. Looking for something outside of myself to make me feel happy. You know? Right. And like my sponsor would warn me. He would say, "Hey, look, that's all fun and games, but are you being truthful with these girls? Are you leading them on? Are you making them believe? You know, are you leaving breadcrumbs? Like you know, yeah. You know, so one of my biggest moves back then, but one of my biggest liners of like keeping any kind of relationship away from me was saying, "Hey, my sponsor said I can't be in a relationship for a year, but you know, but I mean, we'll see where this goes. So,
Right,
I would use that with
Right.
like multiple women.
Ah, nice.
So now here I am.
Excellent way to manipulate, sir.
Excellent way, you know. you know, but then but there's a ripple effect of everything. So I was seeing the ripple effect of that.
Yeah.
People
absolutely.
were going out, people were relapsing. I was winding, and like they say, whatever you put in front of your recovery, you'll lose. So, it got to a point where I had my favorite meetings, right? And now next thing you know, I'm not going to this favorite Tuesday night one because I'm seeing so and so for quote unquote coffee, or quote unquote,
Quote unquote.
let's go for coffee.
Just a few minutes.
Sure. How much creamer you want? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Is your children listening to this? No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, so just like my sponsor said, see if it starts to like take away from your life. And next thing you know, a whole week went by without me hitting a meeting. I had like 6 or 7 months, and like I had back then it was like the Wednesday night AA bonfire.
Yeah.
The Tuesday night YP meeting in Little Italy. It was upstairs at the Sober Life place, right?
Yeah.
God, those people really saved my life. There's the people in those meetings. They have no idea how much of an impact I formed a lot of friendships from those meetings. People that are still in my life today. Thank God.
Right.
Goddamn, I'm lucky. But yeah, and I would learn from these people. So meetings keep me motivated.
Yeah.
Steps cleanse me,
Right.
And but what am I going to do for the other 23 hours of the day?
Right.
So
yeah, absolutely.
So learning how to incorporate these like steps, these traditions, this new way of living into my current life. So the second that I started doing that, that's when my life started to like take off. I had a golden rule back then to like any job that I got, and like mind you, I hadn't had a normal job since 2004 with the demolition company.
Oh fuck.
And I ripped off the company,
Yeah.
So now it's 2018.
Yeah, now it's like, oh.
This fucking down-ass motherfucker from, whatever, this down-ass guy is now getting paralyzed and just trying to get this job being a dishwasher at Belmont Park. Like,
what?
I was so afraid of I had never done any of these things.
Yeah.
Going to the DMV was paralyzing. Trying to get this first job was paralyzing.
Yeah.
I literally learned how to talk to people and everything that I became was a direct result of me going to meetings, meeting people, reaching out,
right.
Being forced to go to these events.
Yeah.
God damn. It's like, but every time that I tried something new, which mind you, back then, everything was new to me.
Right.
My whole life before that consisted of the means and ways to get more drugs. So now here we are going, just going, I don't know, things were so big to me. Like, but every time that I tried something new, my life got that much bigger.
Right.
Yeah.
Your world grew.
My world grew. My if I go through my phone right now, I got nothing but a bunch of contacts of like people that are in recovery.
Yeah.
But now I want to fast forward it. So I got into a relationship.
Yeah.
After a year with an amazing human being, and so now, mind you, this is the first relationship that I've been into clean. So
It's different.
Thankfully, before her, I had taken a long break from sex with women. It was like 2 months.
Oh, okay. That's a long ass break.
Long as I were there. But I had to pull back my energy from all these places that it was being dispersed at because I was losing myself in these other addictions.
Yeah, of course. I got you on that one.
seeking outside validation.
Right.
By anyway, so I had taken a break, and that's when I had met this really amazing person, and I was in a relationship with her for like a few years, like 3.5 years.
Yeah.
A little over 3.5 years, and God, what an amazing time that was. Like we did a lot of things together. We're still best friends to this day. I want to fast forward to I'm gonna skip all the mushy stuff, and I want to get to like a year before I relapsed. I started getting, mind you, I think it's important that I mentioned that like my credit when I first got clean was a 330. Go team, pretty low, and I had grew it to seven back then, and then to 750.
Nice.
I had a lot of assistance from like people, you know, in my life that would teach. You know, everything I've learned is from someone in the rooms.
Yeah.
I think that's why it's so important that I always stress to people to like, hey man, you know, go to meetings, meet people, get a couple numbers, see who you connect with, see who you vibe with, you know.
Right. Absolutely.
And like see where it goes, you know, because I literally got a whole badass life. I mean, everything, you know. I want to so my addiction switched over to money, you know.
Ooh, money. Oh yeah, I remember you were working a lot.
I was working a lot.
I remember this.
I was bar backing in downtown. I was doing underwater work in the mornings.
Dude.
I was fiddling with the stock market. I learned how to trade on the market.
Oh, that's right. I remember you telling me this.
Big, yeah, I love that. You know,
Fuck.
you know, the worst thing for a gambler.
Oh fuck, dude! I can imagine being
You
so
will
obsessed.
you will
Every
lose your
5
shit.
minutes.
I was. I didn't know what I was doing. I was treating it like a casino with like better odds. You know, and boy, did I lose some money. I crashed and burned a gang of times.
Wow.
But I was working a lot, you know, and I was learning something new. So I took a serious approach on it, and I had grown a few accounts into nice amounts of money. Mm-hmm. And okay, this is important. So 3 days before Christmas, right? Something happened to one of my trading accounts. It had hit $10,000.
Okay.
And then it went back down. And the state of California.
Yeah.
See, this is what happens when you don't take care of things that are on the back burner.
Right.
I had owed restitution.
Oh.
And a child support.
Oh no, dude.
I didn't want to ruin Christmas.
Oh,
you know,
oh, shit.
with my lady and like her mom. You know, magical people. I tell you.
Yeah. Absolutely.
You know them. You know.
Yes, I do.
And I didn't want to ruin Christmas. You know, I don't. You know, so I kept this information to myself till after New Year's.
Yeah.
But the state of California came in and froze my account and liquidated all of my stocks.
Oh.
And I was able to stay clean through it.
Fuck, dude.
Dude.
Oh fuck! I didn't know that. That's
Yeah.
fucking crazy.
Yeah. Whew, that felt good. I felt that one.
Yeah, dude.
You know, but your boy right here knows how to take one on the chin. You know.
Right.
But wow, what a blow that was. That was so depressing. So depressing. But hey, I have a wonderful woman. Life is gonna be okay.
Right.
I'm not in jail. I'm not in prison. I'm not fighting cases. I'm not strung out. I woke up that morning and didn't have to get well. Life is good.
Yeah.
You know, lots to be grateful for.
Absolutely, dude.
You know, yeah. So when that happened, you know, I was like, that was a nice blow. You know?
Of course.
Mind you, we had just came back from a trip to Hawaii or something, you know, and so everything costs money in this world, baby. Let me tell you.
Yeah, it does. Especially going to Hawaii.
Especially going to Hawaii, you'll feel that one, you know. But like when you're with an amazing person, it doesn't mean nothing.
Right.
You just want to have a good time, you know. And I tried to be a supportive dude, and mind you, so I'm gonna fly right through this part because I want to get to the solution of where I'm at today.
Sure,
okay?
absolutely, dude.
Because I did wind up relapsing in 2023.
Yeah.
2023. Yeah. March. You know.
That's right. I remember.
March. Yeah. I my son's mom had died.
Yeah.
Things. Something happened in my relationship. And something happened at my sober living. Something, you know, shit hit the fan all in like this 24-hour period.
Yeah.
And I felt like I was alone. Something happened.
There's a moment of weakness.
The disease had a full hold on me. It made me believe that I had no one to turn to, no one would understand, that everybody hated me.
Yeah.
It was coming at me from all fucking angles.
Yeah.
And you know, I hear my first sponsor's voice in the back of my head saying, because this is what he would tell me if I would have called him.
Yeah.
He would have said, Chad, with all this happening, yeah, it sucks, but where is your belief in your higher power? How big is your higher power? You know, like you believe that like your higher power doesn't got you or something.
Yeah.
You know, and I've leaned into my spirituality so strong back then, and like now, you know, it's a huge part of my life. That like at that moment, I had lost faith, obviously, in my higher power that everything was going to be okay. You know, I believed that I could have one little 99-cent drink.
Oh, really?
Yeah, some little punk ass drink. You know, a little.
Yeah. You went to the liquor store?
I worked underwater. I worked under.
Oh, dude, yeah.
I thought, you know what? I can have one drink.
Oh my God,
I'll
dude.
fucking go to work.
Oh my God.
Life went to shit. You know, I can have one drink. God damn it! I have almost half a decade of being clean, and God, I deserve it. Right? That was my thinking. You know, stinking thinking. No, that was my very dangerous thinking.
Yeah. And so you kind of knew what your sponsor would say, but you still didn't want to reach out.
If there's any newcomers listening to this, I want to voice this. So I got into this habit after a few years of not wanting to bother my sponsor with any of my pettiness.
Yeah.
So I got
He's busy.
I got into the bad habit of like believing I would know what he would say.
Yeah.
And then just tell it to myself.
Oh, dude.
God damn. And because I had sponsees, I had a bunch of service commitments. I love the program, you know.
Yeah.
I believed I knew. So translation into I got this.
Yeah, I got this.
You know, when like we never got that. Oh, here, I'll speak for myself. I never got this.
Yeah.
Never. I always need to have the program to lean on. You know, I need to utilize the tools that I have. And
that connection.
At that moment, I didn't.
Yeah.
I thought, you know what, my son's mom fucking died. You know.
Yeah.
My I'm sure there's lots of parts in my life story right now that I've left out.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to get to the good parts, you know. Hit the important, vital, pivotal moments.
Absolutely.
And then get to the solution because I hate being in the mess so much. You know?
We get lost there.
Trust
I know.
me.
Dude.
Yeah.
You're like, oh god damn! I just opened this vault.
I opened this vault. Here we go. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So you relapsed and
I relapsed, went out, and that run. They say you pick up right where you left off.
Yeah.
I did times
10.
Times 10. Every term I ever been to prison for, even the first one, I did that. I turned into, goddamn, such a the opposite of who I was. You know, my disease was waiting for me. You know, it was doing push-ups in the back. I did not get into solution. I picked up, I used, I fucked up, and I relapsed for a year.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fast forward to the end of that relapse because
you were just one thing I want to touch up because
please do.
Because you predominantly did like stuff like heroin and meth and this time you did the fentanyl.
Yeah.
The Fetty.
I did. Well, so there was this like, you know, I kept, because I got clean during the heroin fentanyl shift. You know?
Right.
I wasn't there.
Right, yeah. You dodged it.
I wasn't there. You guys forgot about me. No. Evil boy, I tell you. No, but yeah. So I didn't want to die. I'll put it like this. I went to someone that I can trust.
Yes.
And I said, hey, I don't want to die. I don't know what's going on out here.
Yeah.
But like, I don't want to use one time and die.
Yeah.
I just want to get high.
Yes.
That's
it.
But it's not like that, you know. It's not
Absolutely
like that.
not.
But that's how it was in that moment. And so I did get heroin.
Oh, see, sport
I
arrow.
did. They said that like you can't find heroin no more. Trust me, I'm from here. I found it. You know.
Yeah, you found a way.
I found a way. You know. But yeah, you know what? That doesn't last forever. You know, because everything's cut with fentanyl.
Yeah.
Everything is laced with it, cut with it, blah, blah, blah. You know, I didn't want to go as hard as being a fetty head, you know. So I thought I was doing the second best thing was I added blues, those M30s in my life.
Right.
And it wasn't putting me in a place where I wanted to be. So I said, fuck it, you know. And God, a lot of people don't like know this part. So I accidentally died out there a few times.
Really? You did?
I did.
I did.
So I was handed a bunch of foils. This is how dangerous this shit is. I was handed a bunch of foils with what was supposed to be either blues or heroin on it.
Yeah.
But there was fentanyl on there too, and I didn't know this. I don't know what it tastes like. I don't know nothing.
Right,
you know?
right.
I did it, and I fucking went out. Came fucking two. Yeah, like. Yeah, I died, dude. And then, so I tried getting clean 2 times within that year. Both times I was holding on to this defective character of mine of a fucking come up that I have, you know.
Oh yeah.
Involving gasoline, free gas. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's fucked up. I'm not going to tell anyone about it.
Okay. Enough said.
because on the last try at the detox, you know, the whole time my higher power was just hustle. I was like, okay, my whole life went to shit.
Yeah.
I lost everything that was important in my life, but I got this hustle. You know, there's the disease right there. So I was willing, but I wasn't willing.
The money was your solution.
The money part was my solution. So I got out, and that's the first thing I fucking did. And within an hour, I was already getting high again. You know, so fast forward to this time around, right? You know, so let me describe to you my last 24 hours out there. Okay,
please.
I was dying. I was septic. I couldn't use my leg. I had jaundice. It was bad.
I heard.
I couldn't move, and I called. I called my ex. You know.
Yeah,
and
your ex-girlfriend.
I said, "Hey, I need." You know, just getting the words "help" out of my mouth is such a challenge.
Right. Even in that state.
I was defeated though. You know, and I was like, yeah, you know, because I've been having this running fever for like a month, you know, and she always made me promise her that like if she ever called while I was out there to pick up, so that she won't worry. So I ignored everyone else's messages and calls, but hers, I kept my word, you know,
Nice.
Because I didn't want her to worry, you know, she's an important person to me, you know, and so on that and she'd fuck up my high, let me tell you.
Oh, I can imagine.
She'd video chat me most of the time.
Oh, no.
With people that I care about. It's like, oh my God.
What
I answer the phone and I'd run down the hallway. Hi, how's it going? You know, yeah, everything's great.
Yeah. Away from everything.
I looked like shit. You know? Yeah, but I believe that I looked okay, you know?
Yeah.
But the quality of, never mind.
It's a murderer of your high.
Murder of my high, you know? But also I was trying to run from everything. So it's like I couldn't wait for, like, I love the phone call, but I also couldn't wait for it to end because it was just a reminder of what I once had in a happy life. So I went. Anyways, so fast forward to the last day. You know, she came and she helped me get into the hospital.
Yeah.
She threatened to call the paramedics on me.
Uh-huh.
I was like, God damn it. Okay, no, don't do all that. I'll go.
Yeah.
Because mind you, I believe that I was, what a miracle. I went that whole year without catching any cases.
Yeah, I noticed that.
So I thought I had warrants, all kinds of shit. I thought for sure I can't let them know my real name. I go to the hospital. I said, okay, I'll go, but you got to give me a half hour just to make it down the stairs because I can't walk. And at that moment, I was believing that I was talking to my dead ex-girlfriend because my son's mom died. So I kept hearing her voice constantly, you know, and believe me, she was telling me was that, why are you getting high again? What are you doing? Wow. Like, I swear to God, full-blown conversations with this.
Wow.
And it was crazy, you know? And so now here I am, you know, and delusional, fuck the goddamn drugs really kicked my ass this time. Bad. My ex got me to the hospital, and so my ex got me to the hospital, and I was fucked off. Bags of ice were melting on me like butter.
Yeah.
It was bad. I was there for about 2 weeks. At one point, I came to, and they were talking about cutting off my leg, and because of the insurance that I had. I'm like, what? Like, I will drag me and my leg will leave here.
Yeah, we're leaving here.
I'm not gonna let you do that. You know, I'm one of those hard-headed people that will fucking die rather than you cut off my leg. You know?
Right. Right.
And so, anyways, another guy named Brian helped me out. Him and her really tag teamed up to help get me into a rehab.
I've seen the behind the scenes of this.
Yes. You know, and but the hospital they kicked me out a day early because they kept catching me, putting fentanyl in my IV
really?
things. Yes, because I had to stay well. 2 weeks in the hospital, do the math. I'm getting high.
Right.
You know, I have to stay well, you know?
Yeah.
And,
Because you'll just dip.
I'll just dip, you know? And I kept thinking, because they were giving me oxys, they were giving me morphine, they were giving me tramadol, but I believe that they were lying to me. I swear to God, I thought my ex and fucking Brian were like telling them, look, guys, just have him believe that you guys are giving him some, otherwise he'll flip the fuck out, you know? But just look him in the eye, tell him you're giving it to him, and he'll shut up, you know? That's what I thought was going on, I swear to God.
Fuck.
So I was performing drug deals in my, you know how it goes.
Yeah.
Whatever it takes. Drug deals in my fucking hospital room.
Yes.
Just to make sure that I wouldn't leave. They kicked me out a day fucking early, and I called Brian. I'm like, dude, they're kicking me out. But I knew why, because I was getting high. You know?
Right.
Thankfully, and I refused to leave that fucking bench in the front. I could have easily left and fucking Ubered over to the homegirls pad or this homegirls pad, and like got this supposed ball rolling again. But I was done. I was done.
Yeah.
You know, my ex went a million miles out of her fucking way and her life to help get me to that spot, and I couldn't even do it for myself. I had to do it in the beginning to out of respect for other people that went out of their way in their life. Right. You know, and until they loved me till I learned how to love myself, just like they say, you know. And so I went to the Freedom Ranch, and I was there. It was bad in the beginning. I went through precept. Because I brought drugs with me. And so it was my fault, whatever, you know. And at one point in my precipitated withdrawal, I'm like, what the fuck did I do? I got to get the fuck out of here. I'm on a fucking mountain. God damn, why did I let them talk me into this?
All the way.
I'm out of here. I go down the hallway. I rip open the container with all the Narcans in it. And some nurse is all, Chad, what are you doing? I'm like, you got to get out of my way. How the fuck do I get out of here? You know? I filled up my pockets with Narcan. I'm out of here, you know? And I fucking left, and I'm like, where's my phone at? You're not going to give me my phone? Where's your car? Like, I was literally I'll steal someone's car to get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
The disease of addiction.
Right.
And I started walking down the hill, and I was like, God damn, where the fuck am I? Do I go left? Do I go right? I didn't even know.
It's a right.
And the
8 miles.
I can't afford to go the wrong way right now. Dude. You know, there's 15-year sentence if I fucking go the wrong way and try to get out of there. You know, so yeah, dude, I did it. The second that I had a moment of clarity, I knew exactly what I had to do. You know, sure, I was a newcomer, but God, I had a bunch of tools that I just needed a little WD-40 on them.
Right.
Like I knew how to use.
Absolutely.
I had the tools. I know how to use them.
Yeah.
I just had to apply them. You know, I had to put in the other part. You know, they say half measures avail us nothing. You know, they say you know, trust the process. All these things that are so true. And so I had to bust out these tools, and the only way that I knew how to get solution in my life and some kind of relief was to get into the step work. I could have picked up this book or that book and like all this other shit, but I got right into the big book of Alcoholics Anonymous. I knew exactly what I had to fucking do, you know, and so I got into my work, you know, before I was even fully kicked. Before I was even fully kicked, bro.
No, you didn't even. You were in.
So just like always, whoever does the step work, your life will change. So I applied this shit. I fucking did it. I got buried in the book. I called my sponsor from there. I got into the step work. I said, tell me whatever it is the fuck that I need to fucking do right now, because I believe I know what I'm doing, but I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. You know, just give me some guidance so that I can go, yep, I'm in the solution. So I was in the solution. I got into my step work. When by the time I left there, I was on my 10th step. Yeah. On my 9th step. So all the amends and shit, you know, and and while I was there though, I did the only thing that I knew how to do clean, and that's to help other addicts. So I became no one really knew what they were doing. So maybe I was put there for a reason. I don't know. I just read the book with people. I helped them with their first and second step, their 1, 2, 3, and how to do an inventory, and that was my day. I'd stay busy in solution, you know. And it got to a point where I kind of I kind of outgrew the place because I already had a bunch of tools,
Well, yeah. You just needed like a little refresh, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Because you had already like had like long term and it was just recently too. It wasn't like you were out for like a decade.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, that would have been a little different. I think you just needed to just pick up where you left off. It's like working out.
Yeah.
It's like, or fighting or whatever. Like, it's just, you just got to put it into action.
Even relapsing, they say you pick up where you left off. Well, in recovery, my sponsor told me the same thing. Well, you pick up where you left off.
Yeah.
So that's exactly what I did. I said, tell me, I guess it was that moment of desperation. Tell me what I got to do. And I did every single suggestion. I had to. Yeah. I couldn't ever go back out again. My sobriety date, my clean date.
Yeah, what is it?
It's May 18th, and that happens to be my daughter's birthday.
Oh, yeah.
So it was pretty interesting, how like it just so happened to. So I believe everything happens for a reason.
Fuck yeah.
So that might be. I know that I can't. I have infinite relapses in me. That person will always be inside of me, but I know that I can't ever go back out again. I can't, and so I'm doing everything in my power. I got right back into the swing of things, the meetings, I reached out to all the people that reached out to me while I was out there. Yeah. And I gave everybody their amends. Everybody, I apologize to every single person that I believe I harmed in any way, shape, or form, I try to keep all my BS out in that drug world out there,
Yeah.
But like also there's a lot of people that put their time into helping me out that like but I guess they understand. They understand that like, I wasn't ready, Well,
yeah, absolutely.
So now here I am. I hit the hospital at 190 pounds.
100, yeah.
By the time I left the Freedom Ranch, I was 249 pounds.
Wow. Okay. Shit, dude.
I work out a lot, and so I got out here. I dropped 15 pounds. And I'm taking care of my body. I changed. So here are the changes that I made in my life right away. Not when I got out here, but while I was in there.
Yeah.
My diet. I know that I'm drinking an energy drink right now.
I know.
God damn, it's good.
You're cheating. You're cheating for me.
I'm cheating right now, but here's what is. I curbed a lot of things. Okay, I don't purchase or drink energy drinks out there. I don't put extra salt on my food anymore. Sure, it's happened a couple times, but but meat, I eat some meat, but mostly fish.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I eat more salads. I'm real mindful of what I put into my body. I've dove in deep into my spirituality. And I'm continuing to grow there. And you know what? I got to tell you. So look, yesterday was the first day where I was driving, right?
Oh, okay.
And I have you ever had those moments, Luis, where like, because you remember how bad it was.
Yeah.
Have you ever had those? I know you have. You've had a million of these, but like where you drive and you're on your way to work or on your way somewhere, and you're just like, oh my God, I'm so fucking happy, like so grateful.
Fuck yeah.
I had those moments. I had a 100% moment like that, Yeah. Yesterday I was driving and I was like, oh my fucking God, all I had to fucking do was stop getting high.
Right? So simple.
It's so simple, yet so hard,
Right.
But once I got out of that mess again, goddamn, it just feels good to be back. And I go. So I health-wise, it's on check. I did all my blood work. I didn't catch any diseases out there.
Good sir.
God. I mean, fuck. But I didn't catch Hep C again. Thank God.
Holy shit! That would have been a bitch.
Thank God, because at the end of it, I was shooting up fentanyl. I wasn't just smoking it, so it was just real bad, But now, so here I am, and I have a few months. I'm
nice, dude.
I'm doing real good. I'm really good to see you.
I know, dude. I know. When I saw you at that party, I'm like, oh my God, he's back.
I know.
It was like I felt like you were really like back. You know? What I
Yeah,
mean?
because I would dip into meetings.
Yeah. I remember.
I'd show up because I wanted to keep that hook still in me. I didn't want to completely lose myself, even though I completely lost myself.
Yeah.
I'd still show up, and then
we see that, and we're like, oh look, he's here at least. I mean, you know,
Yeah,
whether you were ready or not, at least it showed that you still wanted to fight it. You know what I mean? It did.
Yeah.
Whether or not like you were in the right state of mind, or even if you were just there to like just pop in for like a couple minutes and then just to leave, it doesn't matter. Like it showed that you were still there.
That I knew where to go.
Right.
Anyone can do it.
Right.
I'm a firm believer that anyone can do it.
Right.
And I just want to take a second just to thank you for like not ever changing up, dude.
Oh yeah. Absolutely, dude.
You know, some people have changed up, but that's okay.
Yeah.
You know, the universe is obviously. Yeah, I have full faith in the universe and what it's doing. You know.
Absolutely.
I believe everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. It all has a purpose. You know.
It does.
Right now, I'm trying my hardest to be guided by the universe, and I don't currently feel like going back to my old profession. I don't feel like asking my old boss. And dude, we're on great terms. I'm
sure you are.
But I'm trying to be guided right now. I'm trying to keep my hands off the wheel and not make too many decisions for myself.
Yeah.
Literally, like with employment, with relationships, with anything. I'm trying to be guided by purely signs from the universe. That I'm trying to make sure that like it's a yes. That I feel a yes in me, not out of necessity, not out of desire, not out of. I'm trying to, you know, everything from like where I live now. Shout out to Fairmount Recovery House, Mike. Thank you.
I love them.
Thank you. You know, and my ex and I were best friends.
Yeah,
we're still best friends.
Yeah,
you know,
that's really rad.
We're still best friends. You know, and I love that about her. About that, you know, yeah. Besides all that, though, you know, life is really good right now.
Nice,
do you have any questions you want to ask?
Honestly, dude, you kind of covered up everything. Like, you know, I definitely would love to have you on again. You know,
yeah, I'm down to talk about whatever you want to talk about.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, honestly, I'm looking forward to going to just goes to that show, Leftover Crack tomorrow.
Yes.
That's gonna be fucking sick.
Yep, I'll be there.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Me and JP and Will. Yeah,
Will's gonna be there.
Will Riley will be there.
Fuck yeah.
My buddy John Worley. Oh my God, what a good dude that is. I know we're not. I don't know if we're allowed to use first and last names, but that's a good fucking dude right there, man. John. Man, he's helped me out with a motorcycle.
Oh no shit.
Yeah, I've been fixing it up, and we just got the tires. I'm trying to do everything the right way, so I'm not riding it around till I have my permit.
I see.
Which I'm gonna have my permit. Monday probably.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm not wasting no time.
No, yeah.
You know, it's like get up and go for me. You know, and life is good right now. I'm happy. I can't wait to tomorrow's gonna be a good show.
Yes.
That's gonna be a good show. You know, there's some more bands playing later on that night at the Tower Bar.
Oh, for reals?
Yeah, the Pawns.
Oh, the Pawns. Yeah,
the Pawns. The Death Boys.
Death Boys. I'm not sure about that.
I think they're from Australia. Is that them?
For reals?
I think so. Yeah, at the Tower Bar. I might go show up. You know.
Oh yeah.
Or I'll probably wind up hanging out with my bestie after the show. You know. Yeah, but life is good.
Dude,
you know?
that's fucking awesome.
I'm trying not to be attached to any outcomes with anything because it'll drive me crazy.
Yeah, no. I see you're like kind of low key right now, just getting back to it, you know what I mean?
Slowly integrating back into social media. I just want to get back to the positive content. And,
yeah.
I'm anonymous on my Facebook page, and I try to keep everything recovery related, just because of employment reasons. Into punk rock recovery or into any of these Facebook groups, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But because that's one of the coolest things I had in my recovery before that I still have right now is that I have a bunch of friends that have no idea that I've ever used drugs, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a trip. You know?
Yeah, that's pretty rad.
That's a trip. and what you've done with fuck fentanyl.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
God, you know, like that's crazy.
Yeah. It was just a couple T-shirts, some stickers.
I came across that underwater picture that me and Jason
Oh,
Sule
dude.
took. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, well,
that was sick. I forgot to mention that. Yeah, the underwater.
moment,
that
you
shit
know?
was sick, dude. My uncle was like, "What? How did you do that?" Like, yeah, I'm like, dude, like, my friends are crazy. They're fucking rad as fuck.
Yeah, you're rad as fuck, dude.
Thank you, dude. I appreciate that.
I'll
dude.
always support everything you do. You know.
Thanks, dude.
And when it comes to like people, like so when it comes to like drama and like people's things, I'm a very neutral person. I don't take sides.
Yeah.
I am everybody's friend.
Yeah.
You know, unless we're not friends.
Right.
You know, then I'm on my friend's side. You know,
Right.
but yeah. So I don't get involved, and it's much more one. So if there's something that I were to tell the newcomer that's like listening to this, I have no idea if this was an interesting speech or not. But I can tell you this: is that the less I try to control, the happier I am. The less because the more things I try to control, the more things have an avenue to drive me crazy because expectations get like attached to those things and dude, I try to apply that. I try to. I'm not perfect in all things in my life.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I will drive myself crazy and I will go back out again. And I know that relapse is possible now. That's one thing that I learned. I know it's possible.
Oh yeah. It's very real.
You know, that person will always be inside of me, you know, and shout out to every single person, James Head, JP.
Yeah.
You know, all the boys that all the guys and gals that have supported me in, you know, while I was out there getting fucking clean, all these things, God, I will never forget these things. Ever, dude. Ever. I appreciate you. And like the way that I can repay that is just by doing that for other people. But like, that's a huge part of my life. I always try to lift up the newcomer, you know?
Absolutely.
And like, yeah, time-wise, I'm a newcomer, you know, but thank God I have all these tools. Because applying them, I already see the changes in my life, and I'm a happy person today. Today I'm happy. Tomorrow, who knows? I might be pissed off, mad, whatever, but I know what to do.
Hey, you know what, dude? I mean, I might have a little bit of time, but I still do the same shit that I did in my early stages.
Yeah.
Because I feel like when you stop doing that, like that early recovery, you know, chasing and doing work, that's when, you know, you fucking fall off your ass. And then when shit gets to you, you know.
What do you have, 12 years now?
I'm actually at 11 and a half.
No fronts.
No fronts. No fronts. So I'm in that middle spot. I don't get a token until like way later. But yeah, dude. Yeah, it's crazy.
It's cool.
It's crazy, dude. Like I never thought I was gonna get clean. And I related a lot to your story, dude. And I remember when you first shared, I was like, oh fuck, dude. Like if I was able to live this long, like with that type of mess, like that's exactly what my life would be.
Exactly, bro.
And you know, and I just truly admire you, dude. Like you've always been like a genuine, honest dude with me, and you know, like, and I know like maybe there was like some riffraff and shit when you're back out there.
Yeah.
But understandably.
Definitely.
But you know, I always had your back, dude. I was like, dude, like that's my boy right there. That's my boy right there. I love that dude. And like, and I honestly, and what's awesome about being you, dude, is that you have like the best support system in the fucking world. I believe, like, you know,
I can't believe how many people are just so awesome.
Yeah. And it you know, like I'm just really happy to see you here, dude. Like it makes me super happy, dude, just to see you thrive again, man. You know, and I think your comeback's gonna be strong.
Oh, I love you, bro.
I believe it, sir.
I love you, bro.
All right, I guess we're gonna wrap this bitch up then.
Thanks. If I left anything out, it was, you know, it wasn't meant to be said.
And he will be back.
We'll be back. Yeah. We're gonna have a killer show tomorrow.
Fuck yeah, dude. See you in the pit, homie.
Yeah.
Hell
Thanks,
yeah.
buddy.
Woo! All right. Goodbye, everyone.
Thanks.